Pasuk says, "V'achlos habasar balayla hazeh." We have to eat the meat. Means the meat of the Korban Pesach. Tzli eish has to be roasted on an open fire. Umatzos al marim yachlu, with matzos on together with the maror. We have to eat it all together. So the simple explanation is that you eat the meat. When you eat meat together with the maror, it's a different experience. You're eating meat together with maror. You know, even nowadays, when you want to enjoy a good steak, so you enjoy a good piece of meat. You enjoy it with a little bit of a sharp condiment, either with onions on the side or with mustard, and it brings out the taste of the meat. It's more geschmack, it brings out the better taste of the meat. Obviously, eat it with bread. You eat meat with bread, it's more filling, and you enjoy the meat better. The main point you're eating is the meat, but in order to bring out the taste, you bring it out with the maror and the matzah. You bring it out with a little bit of a sharpness, and also with some bread attached to it. So then it brings out the taste of the meat much better. We know that Hillel said, that we say it by the Pesach, said, the way Hillel did it was that he did it together. He really wrapped it all together and he ate it all together. Or Chaim HaKadosh says that this is true, but it's a lot deeper than that. If we understand the message behind the maror and behind the matzah and behind the Korban Pesach, we understand why it had to be eaten all together. What's the maror? We know the maror is to remind us of the bitter slavery, the bitter time that we had in Egypt, so therefore we eat bitter herbs. Okay, so we have to remember that we were in Egypt. No, we have to remember it while we're remembering that we left Mitzrayim. We have to be able to express and to understand the Korban Pesach, which symbolizes the salvation. Hashem was Pasach al Batei Bnei Yisrael, that he left out when he punished the Egyptian firstborn. He killed them all, he struck them all, so he left out the houses of the Jews. That was the symbol of salvation. That's Pesach. At the same time, in order to properly appreciate the salvation, we have to appreciate how difficult it was before then. If it wasn't so bad, so then Hashem didn't really save us. We didn't really need that salvation. Everything was pretty good in Egypt. Hashem took us out. Okay, he took us out. No, it was terrible. The maror together with the Korban Pesach brings out, like we said before, brings out the taste. It brings out the proper appreciation of what Hashem did when he took us out of Mitzrayim. What about the matzah? The matzah was symbolizing that it was done very quickly. We didn't have time to bake the bread. So was matzah. As we know, if Hashem wouldn't have taken us out, like we say in the Pesach HaSeder, and the Arizal explained that we were on the 49th level of Tumah, whatever that means, but in some sort of way, we realize that if we wouldn't have left at that minute, it would have been a tragedy for Klal Yisrael forever. We would have never properly left Mitzrayim. So in order to properly mark our exodus of Mitzrayim, symbolized by the eating of the Korban Pesach, it has to be together with the maror and together with the matzah. The maror and the matzah bring out the point that it was terrible beforehand, and it had to be at that second. And then when we eat the Korban Pesach, we eat it together with that understanding of the maror and the matzah. That's what it means to eat the Pesach, the matzah, and the maror together, to properly experience and to properly appreciate the Yetzias Mitzrayim as it was supposed to be. That's what the Torah means when it says Al Tzli Eish Matzos Al Maror Yachlu. Has to be eaten all together. It means that the message has to be experienced all together as one. Good Shabbos. Please don't forget to subscribe. You'll get the video every week by subscribing. Put a like. Thank you very much. Good Shabbos.